seen the HGTV show, The Outdoor Room. You've seen how backyards can be transformed into living, actual living spaces.
Yeah, the host of that show is Australian landscape designer and now author Jamie Durie, who is in Louisville this week.
The whole concept for this garden is about folding the house out like an open book. So from the bathroom to the bedroom to the kitchen to the dining room, lounge room, every room out here is a testament that everything can be done outside. Let's enjoy. Come on out.
And let's say come on out to Jamie.
Oh.
He's right here in the studio.
Jamie's here.
How are you?
Hi,
So
Rachel.
good to see you.
Very nice to see you too.
We're going to come over to your place.
Oh,
it
good.
looks nicer than ours on that
Hey,
couch.
David, good to see you. I want to go to those places I just saw right there. That looked phenomenal.
Well, that was my garden, actually, in California.
You're kidding.
Yes, yeah, I got to do my own garden on my show, which was fantastic. And we probably did almost 100 gardens across America. But that one took the cake.
Well, that is absolutely
yeah, it looked
beautiful.
like Nirvana. I mean, that's
It is
phenomenal.
It is my paradise. It's my sanctuary, you know, which is kind of what the whole outdoor room concept is all about.
Well, because so many people are taking their homes outside, and that is really one of the most favorite places in people's homes now is that outdoor living space.
Yeah, absolutely. And once you actually create that destination, well, then you've got to go, start to decorate it just like you did inside the house. So, and we've all been doing that for many years. So it's really just about taking that interior design into your garden.
We should have brought pictures of our outdoor space and let him take over.
Well, Mary and I,
we should have done.
We're talking about transformations too, and that's so great. The more that you have, life right, nudging up next to you in your life space just makes it so much better.
That's exactly it. I mean, it is really all about connecting people with plants. And even if you're under snow for 5 months of the year, you guys come out jumping far greater than anybody else when spring comes around, Right. So I think the idea of getting, not just some beautiful ornamental plants in here, and I've got a couple of very hardy hydrangeas here. This one in particular is just bulletproof, and it'll keep flowering right through to the frost.
So these are things you'd recommend for us, and that's what you're doing today. You have an appearance, right, at a local nursery.
I
and
do.
You'll be talking about that.
I'm at Woolwich, this afternoon. And the whole idea of this is called Tough Stuff. It's a mountain hydrangea. But it's got a smaller leaf, it's very compact, it's going to give you a lot of colour all the way through till frost. So, it's one of those robust plants that you can start to use as a divider in the landscape. But then my new book...
I know, let's talk about that, because that's part of what this is about, too.
Yeah, this is a really interesting concept and a whole nother take, because this is all about using edible plants in an ornamental way, through a designer's eyes, like I would use them. So using things like basil for a border, or parsley makes a fantastic border, or even these gorgeous strawberries as a ground cover or a spillover basket. So
now, I have wild strawberries in my yard. Same kind of thing?
Lucky girl. Yeah, absolutely.
So I shouldn't quit pulling them.
No, don't pull them. Absolutely not. Because these are just fantastic ornamental plants. I mean, here you've got a variegated oregano. You would say oregano.
Right.
But, that
well,
also...
I was going to say in basil. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And your chives can make a fantastic little border. And if you start to sort of change out all the plants that are in your garden that are ornamental slowly into edible, you'll find you've got your very own food bowl, you're controlling the food that goes into your family's mouths, and you're using this garden that looks good enough to eat.
And what's this here?
These are nasturtiums. In fact, my grandmother used to put these on sandwiches when I was at school.
Cool.
Yeah, and this is a variegated nasturtium, so it's lovely. It's quite peppery. You can.
I bet you were the only one who had that on your sandwich.
I was,
no?
yes.
So we could just eat that?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. They're quite spicy, right?
They are.
Now, what about little pests that want to come along and eat your food? Like if you have strawberries coming along there, what do you do to sort of fend them off?
I hope that bug right here didn't come from what I just put in my mouth.
No, he didn't, of course. You can see that he's flying towards me. So the idea of companion planting is a great way to keep pests away from your garden. So I'm very big on planting lots and lots of marigolds around all the edible plants, and you'll find that's a natural deterrent. But what my mum does is she plants a little section off the side that's for the rabbits and everyone else, and they eat that little section, and they stay away from her main crop.
Really?
And so she just teaches them to...
Now, did she teach you that? Did you teach her that?
She actually taught me that.
So
very
what was
good.
it in your upbringing that led you to be a landscape designer in Australia?
Well, it was my mum, actually. She planted a seed that didn't really germinate until many years later when I was educated in horticulture and landscape architecture. So it sort of went from there, and now we do resorts and hotels all over the world, and lots of celebrity gardens and TV shows here in the US and all sorts of
I
stuff.
know you can't dish on who your clients are, but is there one celebrity that it was jaw-dropping when you were done with how you transformed something?
Yes, Charlize Theron.
Oh.
Yeah, a lovely, lovely, lovely girl, and really great, very strong on the environment. She's, you know, she's a great advocate for, you know, great environmental gardens. So, you know, using less water, less impact on the environment, but also aesthetically really beautiful. And yeah, she's a lovely girl. Yeah.
Was Sean Penn there?
No.
I had to get in my Hollywood dish there. And if people come out later today, then you're going to teach them more about the book than anything.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And there's a whole bunch. My mum's in the book, too.
Oh, good.
This is my 10th book. Finally, she makes it into the book, would you believe?
It's about time, JV.
I know, so it's going to be great. I'm at Woolwich Garden Centre this afternoon, and I'll be chatting all about edible plants.
Well, it is a delight to meet you. And like I said,
you.
HGTV groupie right here. And Jamie is going to be at Woolwich Garden Center on Hikes Lane tonight at 6:30 for beer, brats, and bluegrass.
That all sounds good. Tickets $20, and to register, call 454-3553. Thanks a bunch, Jamie.
Really appreciate it. Hope the weather
Thank you.
holds up for you
Thank
because
you,
the
guys.
storm team today ready for action.